Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. Listen y'all, we are back with Married at First Sight. Yes, we are back on the Married at First Sight train. If you don't have it in you to watch for these first few weeks, don't worry about it, because y'all know I got you. Y'all know that I'm gonna give you a whole lot of detail and a little bit of shade. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Listen, share this in your Facebook groups. Share this with your friends. Share this on the Twitter. Share this on the TikTok. Honey, share. If you get anything out of the content. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. So first up, let me go through the couples, because I know not everybody watched the show. So we're going to go through the couples and then we're going to get into the episode. First up is Michael. He's 38 and he's in tech. Now, Michael was supposed to get married to a mystery woman. Who that mystery woman is, I have no idea. Michael is really full of life, very spunky, very outgoing. You know, not the typical Denver, Colorado type, okay? He's totally different. He said that himself. Then we meet Brennan and Emily. Now, Brennan is a little scary, okay? Brennan is a little scary. But I'm going to wait till I get into the review to reveal why I think he's a little bit, a little bit scary. Then we have Emily. Emily has never been in a relationship. Brennan and Emily aesthetically look nice together. Let's see what it's giving. I feel like parts of her isn't going to mesh well with parts of him, but I could be mistaken. Then we have Lauren and Orion. And at first I was thinking it was Lauren and Orion. Okay, but it's Lauren and Orion. Orion is 27. He's an electrician. And Lauren is 31 and she's a federal budget officer. Now, I don't know what that is, child, but it sounds fancy. Okay. Now, I don't know if the two of them are going to be romantically a match. I feel like it's going to give BFF forever. We went through this experience together. Let's hang out. Let's go down to the bars. But I don't know if it's going to be romance. But Lauren so far is my favorite woman. Now, all of the people are just so. You know how it's not anybody that just stands out. Everybody's just nah. And that's what it's giving me so far. Next up, we have Becca, Austin, and Austin's backward cap. Austin, okay? You gonna wear that hat backwards if you don't do nothing else. Becca, aka Pink, that's what I like to call her. And Austin, I don't know if the two of them are gonna do what it is they're supposed to do. I don't know. Austin's family dynamic is it's giving something. So we shall discuss. Moving forward. Then we have Cameron and Claire, who's 27. Now Claire is just 2 years younger than Emily is. So she's actually the youngest person on this cast. Let's see how that works. Listen, some of these people were so forgettable. I don't even remember seeing much about Claire and Cameron at all. I don't remember seeing much about Austin, his backwards cap, and Becca, aka Pink. I don't know. I just didn't see anything about it. So now that we've gotten the couples out of the way and you guys have a visual, let's get into the review. When the episode first opens up, we are in Denver this time around. So let's see what it's giving. Okay, so we see a scene. It's wedding day for Michael, the 38-year-old man in tech, right? So he's giving a little bit of rock and roll, and he said he can't wait to watch scary movies with his wife so she can hold on to him. I'm like, child, and cook a new meal with his wife. So it's giving Hello Fresh. Baby Michael got on a crown. He carrying around a sword. I don't know if he's ready for a match. I'm not sure exactly what's going on. Baby, he trying to upstage the bride. Do you hear me? Honey, that crown is tilted. Straighten out your crown, Michael. And don't let her tilt your crown, child. He did say he was an acquired taste. Now, for me, I feel like Michael is fun times. I really do. I feel like Michael is a good time. Do you hear me? But I don't know if that's going to be necessarily what a bride would want. I mean, he seems like a fun guy, but we shall see. Of course, he has the standard fears. He has a fear that she won't be attracted to him. And he's at the altar, right? 15 minutes, no bride. And I have to say, the venue is beautiful. Now, I know some people didn't like the venue, but I thought the venue was very beautiful. 20 minutes, no bride. So after 20 minutes, the officiant is like, everybody please stand. I'm like, please stand, man. Where have you been? So here comes the bride, all dressed in white. So baby, she comes down and immediately, no. Immediately upon laying her eyes on Michael, she said, I don't think I can do this. I was like, well, damn. Now, for me, now I don't know if this is the game that production is trying to play, but why do I feel like this was staged? Why do I feel like this isn't real? Because they have not shown this lady. They don't show anything about her throughout the episode, but they show Michael being humiliated. Let me find out that y'all playing a game for ratings because the people weren't giving the judge that should be given. Because why would y'all put Michael in this type of situation? Like, what is going on? Then they didn't show the woman's face. Baby, come forward. We have seen every good person. Shout out to Alyssa. We have seen every good person on these seasons. We had Chris from season 12. We had Alyssa from season, was it 13, 14? So show them. Show her. We want to see her. We just want to talk. Honey, that's it. We just want to talk. I just feel like this is a plot and a scheme that production set up to come at us with the bullshit. I don't believe that is real. Now, that's just me. Now, I know that with this experiment, some people can get cold feet and decide, you know what, this ain't for me. But it's just mighty coincidental that that's the first thing that they showed us to lure us into this episode that was a snooze fest, and then continue on with the couples that are going to make it. I don't know, honey. Something in the buttermilk ain't clean. We shall see. Moving forward. But, when she said I'm not going to be able to do this, I was just thinking it was the crown, wasn't it? Was it the crown or was it that sword? Child, this is a fool. 2 weeks earlier. Honey, we're going to rewind back to the beginning. So we meet Michael, and he's telling his friends that he's getting married in 2 weeks. Michael, are you getting married in 2 weeks? Honey, because this snippet we saw said you ain't getting married in 2 weeks. Michael is 38. He said he's not the typical outdoorsy type of Denver type of guy. He works in tech, and he expresses himself through his style of dress. He said he grew up just being himself, his authentic self. And, he lost his dad at a young age, but he wants to mimic what his parents had. His dad really loved his mom. And so what they had, he wants the same thing. Now, for me, I would have put Michael and Lauren together. Something about Michael gives me Lauren. I don't know what it is, but I just feel like the two of them would have been better suited. So the friends are asking him how he's going to, respond if things don't work out well. And, just the typical things that they do with Married at First Sight. Brennan and Emily. Emily meets with her girls and tells them that she is engaged and getting married in 2 weeks. Now, Emily has some heifers on her team. Baby, they need to be cut. This is the definition of they smile in your face all the time. They want to take your place. The backstabbers. Baby, these are haters. It's hateration in this dancery. Emily, these girls are not your friends. Now, I understand being skeptical and not wanting your friend to go through with the foolishness that is Married at First Sight. But baby, once I tell you I'm going through with it, support or get the hell on. Okay, that's just the bottom line. So Emily is saying that, she's the life of the party and she needs someone to help tone her down. She's been single 30 years. I said, Emily, what the hell are you talking about? Emily, it says you're 29 and you said you've been single for 30 years, honey. Emily been single since the womb. Do you hear me? Emily has never had a serious relationship, never been in love. She's just been dating. And all the guys ghost her. And I'm like, girl, so your first serious relationship, you really want to play around with Married at First Sight? There's no reason for you to be playing over here on Married at First Sight your first go round. Girl, this is serious. She said her parents have been married over 30 years and still are very much in love. And I was like, okay, so it's a pattern with the moms and the dads on this season. Every season is a pattern. You got the pattern of the dog lovers. You got the pattern of the people that need the therapy. You got the pattern of the people that had childhood trauma. Now you got the pattern of the people and the parents. That's what this season is giving. So she's an account executive for a tech company. And so I was thinking, well, why not pair her with Michael? Listen, Michael, I'm going to find you a woman come hell or high water. Anybody on here that I think should be with Michael, I'm going to say it. Michael, I got your back, honey. # justice for Michael. So her friends are basically like, girl, are you sure you're ready? Baby, the friends ain't buying nothing she's selling, okay? They feel like she's still too selfish for marriage. And I mean, for me, she's giving me a hint of Virginia. I said, baby, if this ain't Virginia, I'll give you $1, aka vodka. Brennan is 28, and that's who she's going to be marrying. He's a software consultant, and he's telling his friends, hey, I'm going on Married at First Sight. Have you guys ever heard of that show? Sir, be very for real right now. Be very for real. So he's from New York. He said the New Yorker in him jumps out when he gets upset. Okay, now, Brennan, I hope this is not your entire personality. And I hope it's not, oh, I'm from New York, this is just how I am. No, we're not going to do that. Okay? The place that you're from does not say that your personality should be that of an asswipe and you should be rude and condescending and just obnoxious to your wife because you're from New York. We're not going to just use that as an excuse. He said he didn't see the best relationship with his parents, so he's hoping that he doesn't have a relationship like theirs. But they push through it, and, they're doing well. So for him, divorce is not an option. So his friend was asking him, so are you going to stay in something if it doesn't work? He said, yeah, because she's my wife. Now, when he said that, I said, I hope Brennan knows how to let go when it's over. Because I'm not a fan of people that don't understand when things are done. Okay? I just don't trust it, honey. If you saw mess and toxicity and you want to mimic that in your marriage, then it's already a fool. Now, when the woman says she wants to go, Brennan, she wants to go. Moving forward, Lauren and Orion. So Orion is 27. He's an electrician, and he is telling his family that the experts found him a match. All right, now. He's indigenous, and he wants to introduce his wife to his culture. He said, in his culture, there is both masculine and feminine traits. He has both. He went on a date with the man. He got a surprise kiss and realized that he wasn't gay. I said, sir, what now? What are you even talking about, honey? Not you went on a date and was met with a surprise kiss, honey. How does somebody surprise kiss you? What is going on? Married at first sight? You are pulling out all the stops, honey, this season, and you ain't fooling me. Then we go on over to the lady that he's supposed to be marrying, which is Lauren, 31. She's a federal budget officer. And, baby, she's playing cards with her friends and her family. And she asked them how they would feel if she didn't get chosen. They're like, girl, that's on you. Listen, it's your life. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. Whatever you want to do, it's on you. And I appreciated that. Because at the end of the day, it is your life. If you want to do this and this makes you happy, then damn do it. Okay? And if it doesn't work, then just get out of it. It's going to be okay. So Lauren was like, well, y'all don't have to worry about that because I'm getting married. So they was like, girl, that's what's up. Baby, they was happy for Lauren. Lauren says she's a certified lover girl. She is, in her words, a floater. She said she would identify as queer. She's a floater. She wants to be with a man for the protection of it all. But she says she's always going to be attracted to both men and women outside of her husband. Because, baby, she may be married, but she ain't dead and she ain't blind. So she gonna look. So she talks about her being embedded in her Black culture. She said, I celebrate Kwanzaa. I am very much Black, y'all. I'm blackity black, but black, y'all. And she said the Denver dating scene does not have much to offer. And she does not mind dating outside of her race, but he needs to be open to learning about her culture. Now, that's something that they have in common. He wants the woman that he's with to learn about his culture, and she wants the man that she's with to learn about her culture. And I guess being from Denver, she has to have more of an open mind. But I hope you mean what you say, though, Lauren, because it sounds like to me you want a brother. Okay, it sounds like to me you want you a Black man. But you said that you were open to outside races. So you get what you get and you don't pitch a fit. Because see, y'all like to do that. That's the same thing Gina did last season over on Nashville, talking about, I really don't care about the looks because, I can get attracted to anyone. And then she went over there with Clint and she treated him like dirt and talked about Vidal Sassoon all damn season long. So Lauren, you said you were okay with dating outside of your race. Okay, so child, I don't want to hear nothing. So then her family is like, girl, what if he white? Or what if he ain't cute? Then what? I don't know, y'all. I don't know if Lauren is going to like Orion. Lauren is looking for Orion, Omarion's brother. Orion. It's same spelling, different man. I don't know, honey. I don't know. Pastor Cal and them match these people because she's attracted to both sexes and he identifies with both and is in touch with both sides, baby. This could be a disaster. I don't know if it's going to work, but I think this will be the couple to watch. Because something, baby. Orion. How do you pronounce the child? Is it Orion or Orion? I think it's Orion. Orion is something else, especially when he get down to that bachelor party. We're going to get into it. Becca and Austin. So Austin is 31, him in his backwards cap, and he's in sales, and he has a female roommate. Now, last time we saw a female roommate, that can't be trusted, because I'm just trying to figure out, have you ever dipped over there? What exactly is the status of your relationship? Because the last time we saw a female roommate, was Michael and Jasmina. Now, Michael. Now, Austin. What you doing in here with this female roommate? And you ain't fooling me. Okay, Austin, I'm watching you and your back was kept. So he's telling his family, and he doesn't really want to tell them because he's a little bit afraid. And with that mama of his, I would be afraid as well. Hell, I was afraid through the screen. So he's telling his family, he's like, chemistry can grow, can it? His mom was like, no, chemistry cannot be built. You either have it or you don't. Now, I don't know if I completely agree with that, because sometimes things spark. You know what I'm saying? You really don't have that person on your radar. And then, you start to get to know each other a little bit better and start to get a little bit cozy. And then things just spark. So, I mean, it could happen. Baby, mommy dearest is not feeling Austin getting married. Do y'all hear me? At all. So he's saying, he describes himself as the typical Colorado native, really outdoorsy, likes to have a good time. He's single because he's looking for the right person. Austin, aren't we all? Tell me something I don't know. What in the generic answer is that? I haven't found the right person. Well, hell, get in line. So mama tells him, this is not a game. People's feelings are involved. Now, I agree, mama, but let's offer a little bit of support, okay? He was already nervous to tell you. That is my one fear. I do not want my son to ever, in the history of ever, be afraid to tell me things. And sometimes I catch him saying, I was afraid to tell you, and I don't like that. I don't want my son to fear me. I want him to be able to talk openly to me, because communication is key, with your kids, even when they're older. So, mama, you're going to have to loosen up a little bit. And honey, untighten that face. Child, all furled up. I can tell mama probably wasn't the most pleasant growing up. She gives me judgy boots. Now, this is a process where you got to watch them, honey, because, they can't be trusted. But she definitely was not here for it. Next up is Becca. And that's the person he's getting married to, a.k.a. Pink. And she's 31. I don't like the way they was fingering that pizza, though. I was like, oh, honey, did y'all wash your hands? Y'all was just playing with the dough, and they got rings and jewelry on, sauce everywhere. But that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So she's telling her friends that she has a match and she's getting married. She likes to have fun, and she still plays Nintendo 64 and listens to podcasts every day. She's like, I'm so strange, aren't I? No. Girl, ain't nothing wrong with a podcast. The people that listen to this review love a good podcast, okay? People like podcasts. It's okay, Pink. It is okay. She's ironically a wedding photographer. And so, baby, maybe you can call some of your photographer friends and they can shoot some of your stuff. She does have chronic pain in her back, and she was diagnosed with endometriosis. So she's having a hard time finding someone because she doesn't want to feel like she's burdening them. And I was like, oh, Becca, listen, the right person will not feel like you're a burden to them. They're going to feel like you're a sweet addition. Because I really do feel like you're a sweet lady. We haven't gotten to know you very much, but I'm happy that you're representing for those who do have chronic illness, because it's hard. You don't want to feel different. You can't do as much. And then you, like you're saying, feel like you're a burden to your partner. So I'm happy that you're representing. They're hoping that Becca's going to bring out the fun side in Austin. That's what Pastor Cal said. Hopefully she helps him stand up to that mama. Okay, that's what she need to help him do. Forget the fun side, because I ain't seen Becca's fun side yet, because Pink was approved down at the bachelorette party. So, I'm not sure about the fun side. Just because her hair is pink doesn't make her fun. But I do hope that she turns Austin's damn hat around and stands up to that mama. Moving forward, Cameron and Claire. CC. Cameron is 32. He's a bicycle shop owner, and he's not from Denver. He's telling his family, okay, family is, sometimes you choose your family. He's telling his family away from home about the marriage of it all. And he said it's hard with his accent to actually find people. He said growing up, he was a very fearful child. He was like scared of everything. But he's overcome all of his fears as an adult, and he's doing better. And I was just thinking, child, this is a pretty scary experience in itself. So I see now you living on the edge, honey. You done signed up for MAFS and whatnot. His friends and family are in another country, and he's hoping to make a family with the woman that he marries. And they're shocked because he's pretty picky. But, they're going to support him, honey. They're going to stick beside him. Then we meet Claire. Claire is 27, and she's the youngest person so far, and she's a therapist. She decides to play charades to tell her family and friends that she's getting married. And, they seemed happy for her. The only people that weren't really stoked was Austin's mom and Emily's entire friend group. Like, girl, what? Oh, no, ma'am, honey. They need to have her on call. Since she's a therapist, she might need to moonlight for some of the couples, because we definitely need a therapist on staff. Not a sex therapist, an actual therapist. She then tells us that she's a quadruplet, but her brother passed away. He actually unalived himself. And, she said she found her purpose after that was to go into the mental health field. And my sincere condolences to you, Claire. I know that must be tough because, they say when you have a twin or a triplet or just your sibling in general, that's a bond that's unlike any other. It really is. And that's so sad to hear. And I am really praying for your strength. I really am. Especially going through something like this. You wonder and you're like, man, if my brother was here, this is what he would think. So I really am praying for you throughout this experience. She wants a man that's going to take her out of her comfort zone. Now, me personally, I do not see Claire liking Cameron. I really don't. She wants someone funny, empathetic, kind, and warm. I don't think Cameron is going to fit the bill, but that's just me. 8 days until the wedding. So now that we have all the couples out of the way, Emily and Brennan are going to get fitted for the dress and for the tux. Now, I think Emily is going to like Brennan aesthetically, but I don't know personality wise. I don't think his personality is going to be what she wants. Brennan goes in, he tries on this burgundy suit, and Emily is trying on dresses at the speed of molasses, and her little bitter Betty friends are out there like, dang, it's taking so long. I could have had a V8. What is she doing in there? Well, how many dresses is she trying on? Can she fit any of them? I'm like, please be quiet. See, this is why I just roll solo dolo, because I don't have time for this. So she comes out and she's like, I feel like I'm being rushed. They're like, what, to try on the dresses or to get married? Like, are you ready? And so she's basically trying to ignore them. Ma'am, nobody's rushing you. It's cold feet. That's what it is. You're starting to get nervous. Your central nervous system is, a wreck. You got the heifers out here talking. You're about to get married. You've never been in love. You never really found anybody that gave the zhuzh that should be given. And now you're about to marry a stranger. It's cold feet. It is. You haven't even been able to choose a mate, let alone a dress. Then over here with Brennan, the second outfit that he tried on, it gave more wedding and less going to court. He actually had on a tux, so that looked much nicer. So his friends are telling him, it's going to be hard. Marriage is really hard. He's like, yeah, well, we're matched because we're compatible. Oh, is that what you think? Oh, Brennan, honey, you're in for a rude awakening. This is married at first sight. Ask for it and you shall receive the opposite of. Compatible? Oh, honey, we haven't seen compatibility since season 11, honey. Over with Emily, she chooses another dress and she just starts bawling. Girl, this is serious, honey. Those friends know that she's not ready, but I guess they trying to support. Because they going to remind her every 5 minutes that she has never had a relationship. We get it. You don't have to keep reminding her. She knows that. That's not her entire personality. She knows she's never been in a relationship, but yet here we are. Like, get over it. Emily, you said that you didn't want a dress that looks like you're going to church, baby, and proceeds to choose the plainest Jane. Honey, I'm confused. Baby, I'm confusion. Lauren and Orion. Same store, different bride and groom. Lauren goes in, she's trying on dresses, and she tells us that she cried that morning because she never thought that she was going to be doing this without her mom. And I was just like, man, I cannot imagine your heartbreak. I just pray that she can push through. But Lauren, listen, I'm speaking directly to you, honey. Your mom is definitely watching. She might be cautiously watching, like, Lauren, don't you do that now. But she is definitely watching you. Okay, she's with you everywhere you're going. She's with you to try on your dresses. She's going to tell you when things feel right and when they don't. She's going to visit you in dreams. It's going to be okay. Now, I don't know how you feel, but I know that grief is hard. So I really am praying for you. Over with Orion. He tried on his suit. And it gave me nothing. Okay, I don't like those lawyer suits that y'all keep trying on to go down here to the wedding. I don't like them. I just don't like them. Back over with Lauren. The first dress that Lauren tried on, it doesn't give me that that's her style. Like, I think she needs something a bit more edgy. I don't know. It just seemed like she just put on a dress. I don't know. It just didn't give nothing. Back over with him, he chose this navy tux. And he looked nice in it. It doesn't seem like it's his style, but it's on somebody else's tab, so it's fine. Now, the second dress that Lauren tried on, she was torn in between the two. Honey, shout out to LaToya Luckett. She was a little bit torn. Me personally, I was not a fan of either, but she seemed like she liked the first one better. So they called her aunt to see if she could maybe be, like the tiebreaker. And poor Lauren, she was really struggling without her mom. She went to the back. She started to cry. And y'all, let me tell y'all something. It really hit me when she said, my mom would know. My mom would know. I need my mom because I don't know. And I resonated with that so much. Because I don't have another adult in the home with me, sometimes when I'm making decisions or when I'm doing something parenting wise, I'll call my mom because she'll reassure me like, yeah, that's what you should do. Or no, you should choose the other one because, and when she said, I don't have my mom and she would know, I just completely broke down. That really broke my heart because I'm very close to my mom. As much as she irks my nerves, child, I'm still going to call her every day. But I am happy that she had a support system to be there for her. They ran straight to the back. They supported her. They surrounded her. And they built her back up. Now, like I said, I see Orion and Lauren as BFFs, but I don't see them romantically involved. One day until the wedding. So it's time for the bachelor and bachelorette parties. Honey, not Lauren yelling out, hooty hoo, in the middle of this party. Girl, now shout out to Master P. Not Lauren being a no limit soldier. Yeah, Orion is not gonna be ready for Lauren. Do you hear me? Not you calling out the code for the hood. Baby, this is a fool. Where does Lifetime get these alley cat strippers? Honey, the men and the women. I was like, ew. And honey, I'm not no prude or whatever, but it just, what was happening? And then listen, cameraman. Y'all been getting some little freaky deep cameramen these last few seasons because they was getting all in them women's crotch. I was like, can you please move away from her? I don't want to see her cervix. Thank you so much. Thank you. That one girl though, baby, she was shaking what her mama gave her. Shake what your mama gave you. Baby, she was shaking it like the rent was due. Do you hear me? I said, baby, look at that thing go. Over with Emily and the girls. Emily, aka Virginia 2.0, baby, she was living it up, twerking, falling over. She could not get herself together. And Lauren was like, Emily is definitely the life of the party. Now, Emily, I'm watching you. And I feel like you just want to be on TV, girl, because you was bored. You was like, I'm not doing nothing else. Married at First Sight is casting. It's coming to Denver. Why not? You are being very unserious at this party. Very unserious. While she doing all that, getting loose as a goose, Pink, aka Becca, she's running from the strippers and her husband is covering them up. I said, what is going on? Now her husband is soon to be husband is Austin, the one with the backwards cap. He probably scared that mama gonna put him on punishment. He probably scared that mean mama of his gonna put him on punishment when she see him enjoying them scripples. So why they all doing that? The men are talking. And so they're talking about their biggest fear. So Orion goes, yeah, I'm just worried about how much it's gonna hurt. You know how when you hit that wall? Then he goes, have you ever hurt yourself because you were too girthy? And I was like, okay, this right here is taking a turn. Sir, what is in that cup? Like, what is wrong with you? I said, not him. And then he said something about him having a girth certificate. I said, baby, not the girth certificate. I have officially heard it all. When I tell y'all I was in here screaming. Now, last time we had a man sharing how girthy he was and how much the women were all on him. It was Justin. Y'all remember Justin? Tree. And then him and Alexis did absolutely damn nothing. So we will let Lauren be the judge of that. Lauren, please fill us in. Okay? That's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. Moving forward. So it's the wedding day for Emily and Brennan. Child, I'm surprised Emily can sit upright, baby, as much liquor as she was drinking. So Emily's sister was like, I'm more nervous than Emily is. Emily says, she's just ready to get the show on the road. She's ready to get to that open bar at that reception, and she ain't fooling me. Over with Brennan, he's with his groomsmen talking about, it's till death do us part. Brennan, we get it. At this point, it's giving a death row contract and your Suge Knight. If she don't want to be in it, she don't damn want to be in it, Brennan. Now, I want you to go into it with your common sense. Okay? This is a complete stranger. Pick to live in a house and have a marriage with a man named Brennan. Wait until you figure out if it's actually going to work. Now, I am of the mindset that I don't go into a marriage thinking about its demise. But how many times are you going to repeat, we're going to be together no matter what? Till death do us part. Do you hear me? It's scary. I don't like it. Over with Emily and her frenemies. They're asking how she's going to answer never having been in a relationship. She's not. Okay? He's on the same show. He cannot judge her until he take the speck out of his own dang on eye. If she tells him she's never been in a relationship, yes, it is a red flag. But at this point, both of y'all have decided to get married. If you don't like it, then get a divorce. And girl, you need friends at first sight, because these two heifers is getting on my nerves. So they're like, well, I mean, you've been ghosted so much in the past. Are you afraid that he may ghost you? So Emily is like, ghost his wife? You know, like, what if he doesn't like you? Like, what if his family's nuts? Ugh, please get her down the aisle and away from freaking frack. Listen, ladies, I'm speaking directly to y'all, honey. Either show up and support or shut up and sit still. Okay, because where y'all mans in them? Where's your man? Why you worried about everything else that's going on? Like, what is happening? Emily's friends are still trying to tell her that she's nervous and it's go time. She's like, no, I'm fine. They're like, no, you're nervous. You know, because the men always ghost you. They don't like you. They really don't. You know, you've never been in a relationship, right? 30 years. No one wanted you. Like, they're just, I'm like, what is happening? The producer is trying to ask her questions, and baby, she's sweating bullets. She's trying to gather herself. She opens the door to get a breeze, and then she admits that it is scary and she is nervous. She's like, okay, the nervousness that you wanted, here it is. Okay, since y'all won't leave me the hell alone. Child, if you didn't admit it, those friends were going to make sure we knew that you were nervous, because they tell us every 5 minutes about that and about how you ain't never had no man of your own. But Emily, I have to say this. You did look very pretty and elegant in your dress, and I think that it flatters you very well. You looked very nice. You really did. You looked very pretty. Over with Brennan and his toxic example of love, aka his parents. They're talking before the wedding. Mom did try to support, so I'm not going to be too hard on Mom, but Dad was like, yeah, I don't know about this one. I mean, hopefully it works. Now, he did tell him to try everything to make her happy. So I was like, okay, Brennan, are you not explaining the relationship between your parents the correct way? What am I missing? Because the dad was like, try everything to make her happy. So if he is of that mindset, wouldn't he do the same for your mom? But I don't know, child. You grew up in the house, not me. But then he put too much pressure on Brennan. This is where Brennan keeps saying, till death do us part, we're never leaving each other. Because he said, our family has only ever had one wedding. All of us have only had one wedding. Well, Dad, today that all changes. Baby, today that all changes. And if you wanted one wedding, your son should have chosen his own damn wife off the streets of Denver and not over here on Married at First Sight. So in the 11th hour, Emily's friends finally say something nice. I was like, about dang on time. And it's time to go out. So they have officially gotten in her head, and now she's freaking out. She doesn't know what to do, hyperventilating, trying to get herself together. Brennan is up there waiting on her. The evil stepsisters enter next, and here comes Emily. And again, Brennan is letting us know that divorce is not an option. Brennan, don't piss me off. I have heard you say this over and over again. I heard you the first 16 times. Divorce is not an option. Okay? Emily will not be able to leave this marriage without a fight. We got it. And the more I hear it, the more it creeps me out. So please stop repeating it. Emily finally walks in, and Brennan looked pleased. He did. He's smiling. She's smiling. I said, okay, I see a little something. Now, I don't know if he 100% sold, but I see a little something. Now it's time for the messages that the families write. They basically said that she's loving and she likes to eat meat. I was like, what? Child, Emily, you are surrounded by haters. You are surrounded by haters. Not they said the woman was a carnivore. I said, what is happening? So his family tells her that he loves talking and he loves deeply. And when he gets upset, his inner New Yorker will come out. And when you get the bill, he will make sure to categorize every single thing and itemize every single item. And he will try to figure out why they charged y'all 25 extra cents for guacamole down at the Chipotle. Okay, just so we're clear. Now, again, Brennan, don't let that be your excuse to be a butthole. The fact that you're from New York, because I don't want to hear it. Okay, I really don't. So then they read their vows. Emily tells him, it's basically her first time doing anything, living, breathing, walking, talking, looking. I was like, girl, you don't have to tell him this is the first everything. You in the scroll. Brennan reads his vows, but really he should have just said, I'm Brennan and divorce is not an option. You may kiss the bride. So they say their I do's, they kiss, and it's off to the races. And that was the end of episode 1. I mean, they do really look nice together. I don't know how this is going to go. Nothing just stood out to me. It wasn't very memorable for the first episode, but y'all know I'm going to judge it up for 99 weeks. So just keep coming back. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Comment down below. And if anything great happens, then y'all know we're going to have Married at First Sight lives. We're going to get into it, but we shall see. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.